Although I don't remember it, one of my mom's first memories of our sibling rivalry was when I was about 2 days old. Grace appeared as if she was going to give me a kiss, and then suddenly I started screaming my head off. My mom asked her what happened, and she replied, "I bite her nose." When my mom asked why, Grace replied, "We take her back to hospital now." Little did she know, she would be stuck with me forever, and that was the beginning of our sisterhood.
I was babysitting for Matt. It was just Kate at the time, and I was young. I was like 19, was in a different life position at the time.
I was babysitting some of my art teacher's kids, and I remember getting Bobby and Alex, the kids who were watching, off the bus, and they were running up, and then Grant was in the yard playing with his nephews and nieces.
Introduced myself and started talking to her, and it was one of those things where you just feel the flames and you just feel that instant like passion and feel for somebody, and you're like, wow, like this girl's something else. Whoa, you weren't kidding.
I told you, it's nothing you think.
No. Wow.
It's happening.
It's happening. Four or 5 years later, after college, Pat and I are in Europe, and he kind of gives me a look. He's like, well, you know, you've been single. He's like, you want to start dating? And I said, yeah, I think it's probably about time. And so we kind of went through the mutual friends of, you know, who's single, who's female. Kept to check those 2 boxes. And and so one thing led to another. I got Grace's number, and I probably didn't pay much attention to Pat after that, because I think I texted her about all day, every day until we got home.
Hi, Dad!
Be careful. I love you. Looks like your favorite daughter. No, you did not. Are you ready?
Yes. We hope that your home encompasses the beauty of nature, that it has within it the elements simplicity, beauty, silence, color, and a harmony with the rhythms of life. Finally, we wish that at the end of your lives, you will be able to say these 2 things to each other. Because you have loved me, you have given me faith in myself. And because I have seen the good in you, I have received from you a faith in humanity.
Soon came Wednesday, and Wednesday was our first date, the 2 days after we got back.
Right from sitting down, I was like, shit, I'm gonna marry this man. I know it.
What made you feel that way?
There's just something about Grant. It
clicked?
It clicked. You just know, I never believed anyone when they said, well, you know when you know. And I'm like, okay, how do you know? Because I don't really know. You know, I don't know what to wear today. But I knew right when we were sitting outside on, table overlooking everything. I was like, okay, I like this. This is gonna be good.
And it was fireworks from the start. We had quick feelings for each other, and conversation flowed. We were friends after the first date, just talking back to the past. And the second date, Grace really kicked things up a notch.
We had, we went and had some drinks, and that's when I said, I'm gonna marry you. And he's here. He didn't run.
I thought it was all my imagination, but I feel lightning in my circulation. 'Cause you were as real as it gets. My heartbeat is out of my chest.
The first time I met Grace, I was kind of honestly a little bit blown away. So she comes over to my house, she's got some style, she's rocking some nice shirt, nice pants, good shoes. she's fun, she's energetic, she's ambitious. I'm like, who the hell is this girl? And why is she with Grant? And then I look over at Grant, and I'm not making this up, right? We're sitting outside having a fire. Grace is sitting there like attentive, like proper back, posture, the whole thing, and Grant's just slumped over in a chair, just chugging beer, just sitting back, having fun. Grant, she's so far out of your league. Like, you really better find a way to lock this up soon.
28 days ago, as my dad said last night, I proposed. Maybe 3 weeks ahead of time, I said, okay, there's a work dinner, and you have to be down at the Moorline Lager House at, I think it was like 6 or 6:30, so you gotta be there right then.
Like, it's super fancy, it's gonna be all paid for, I'm gonna have a car pick you up. I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever.
She was fooled, she had no idea. I had Grace, I picked her up on the corner and I said, okay, come on, I gotta show you something. So I walked her down to the riverfront, and right where I first told her that I loved her.
He's like, you know where this place is, right? And I'm like, yeah. And then, you know, he got down on one knee and proposed.
And I think just about any time Grace sees her mom or her sister, she just bursts into tears.
And then we went back to the Incline House where we had our first date, and all of our family and friends were there to have dinner and celebrate.
I remember after Grace and Grant's first date, when Grace came home and gave us the report, she told my parents, he's the one. I'm sure I rolled my eyes and mumbled something under my breath. As we all know, Grace loves everyone she first meets. Grant, I knew when I met you, you would be the one to give my sister the life she's always dreamed of. You love Grace for Grace, and I'm confident you can handle any curveball my sister throws at you. I welcome you to this family with open arms. Grace, it's a privilege to be your sister. I can assure you that you will be a wonderful wife and mother one day with itty bitty witties, as you have learned from the very best.